Hi guys, it's Mattias, and after recovering from COVID, or while having COVID actually, I of course spent quite a lot of time in bed, and I had a lot of time to watch the news and see what's going on in the world. I normally stay up to date, but lately it's been a bit more, and one of the things that's really disturbing to me, I have to say, is people that are moral preaching, pretending or telling themselves that they are on the good side of things, while in fact they're nothing but hypocrites. You could you could see this in basically every big topic when it comes to anything related to politics, crimes, and ideology and whatnot. And one of the things that comes to mind is, of course, all these environmentalists, where you see people telling others that they have to change their ways and talking about the destruction of the world and making up these scenarios of horrible things that's going to happen if we don't, while they themselves do the very opposite. And just to take the most obvious examples, like Bill Gates, um, I think John Kerry, Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Gore, and some of those so-called environmentalists that tell others that they have to change their ways to pollute Earth less and consume less. Um, whether it's eating less red meat or consume less gasoline or diesel or whatever. And these people are flying their private jets. Bill Gates lives in a mansion that consumes more energy than a third world village. He flies sand from the Bahamas to his own private beach. I mean, that's an enormous amount of energy that is consumed only for Bill Gates himself. And Al Gore and Leonardo DiCaprio and plenty of other environmentalists, they do the same thing. Leonardo DiCaprio, for example, was going to hold a speech about the environment. And what he did was that he sent his own private jet to Europe to pick up some friends. So they fly him, so that his private jet would fly them from Europe back to America to watch him hold his speech about the environment. I mean, it's almost like it's made up. It's like it's when reality beats fiction. You know, if you look at another aspect of it is, and this is probably not going to be as well known to you guys, because I'm going to use a Swedish example here, and it's related to the war in Ukraine, where a politician named Mikael Odenberg, who he said that due to the war we should have such a hard stance against Russians, we should expel or we should deport even tourists and students from Sweden, despite the fact that the vast majority of the Russian population, not only do they have nothing to do with this war, they have no say in the war, but we also know that there are quite a number of people in Russia that are against it, even though they don't dare to say it. And to suggest that we should expel or we should deport a Russian student, a person that probably wasn't even born when Putin seized power in Russia, you know, a Russian student who has lived in dictatorship for his or her entire life should be expelled for just being Russian. This while the same people that suggest this will lie and hide and moral preach when the actual crimes that have been soaring in Sweden over the last 20 years, those crimes are being committed by a completely different group of people, almost exclusively, or at least the increase is due to a group of people that we are welcoming with open arms. We're paying for their trips, their food, their education, their housing, their healthcare, and everything. And if you call them out on the crimes that they commit in Sweden, then you're a racist and a Nazi and a xenophobic, and that phobia, that other phobia regarding a religion that you can't say and that you can't criticize. And when it comes to, especially when it comes to criminality, and when it comes to how people that are politically correct, or that normally they're liberals and leftists, they give the impression that they care about people. They give the impression that they care about our society and our planet. But they're always very selective about it. They will always attack people only if they are part of a specific group. They will only attack, if you're a white middle-aged man and if you're a conservative, then you are being attacked for all kinds of stuff, even though there are other people that commit far worse crimes or who are far worse in terms of intolerance or in whatever goes against their ideology. And this is something that is striking to me. It became, I've been thinking about it for a long time, but it's become more and more obvious the more time goes by, is that these people are constantly projecting their own flaws upon others. And we see this a lot. There is a lot of hypocrisy among people that try to sit on high horses and moral preach. Thank you for watching.